Welcome everybody. Today we are going through a leg workout. So at the start of the video you just saw Reese doing his top end set on squats, and this is how we're building up to it. So essentially me and Reese trained this leg session together. He wanted to do strength focused squats to begin with. I have no interest in that anymore. I'm all about doing the more volume, still at heavyweight, but I'm more focusing on building that mass. So I'm doing higher rep sets and really focusing on just squeezing, contracting, whereas Reese is going for the sheer power on his workout. So I haven't squat in properly, I'd say, since way before the most recent lockdown. So it's at least been 5 months since I've done proper leg squat sessions. Since going back to the gym, I haven't done squats yet. I've been focused entirely on machine movements, pre-exhaustive leg extension onto heavy leg press, low feet, but I started to add squats back in now because they are just such an effective muscle builder on the legs. And whenever I do squats in my session, the next day my DOMs are so much more than if I hadn't. So I just got to suck it up and start doing them again. I do like squats. It's just when I start to get knee pain, etc., it really bothers me. But this session was totally painless. 140 here for 10 felt nice and smooth and easy. I'm basically pyramiding up to as heavy as I could do 10 reps for, and then pyramiding back down. So I got up to 160 I believe, but that's my next set. 140 felt nice and light. I'd be kind of disappointed if it didn't, to be honest. So yeah, this session, squats first, lots of sets, so 5 sets for me, that's 5 working sets. So I did a working set at 140, 160, and then 3 back off sets at 140. And my god, to start your leg workout that is brutal. You'll also notice something about foot positioning here, the difference between me and Reese. And Reese's actually changes basically every set, so does mine as well. So you notice that as I'm going up in weight, I'm bringing my feet wider apart. If I wanted to target quads more, I wouldn't do this, but I really wanted to just focus on the movement with this exercise, getting back into squats heavy. So 160 here is the most I've squatted in a long time. That's why I went for a wider stance, engage my hips and glutes more, just make me feel more stable and confident. If I wanted to target quads more, I would put on a lot less weight. But here I'm trying to just go for all-round leg development on the squats to begin with. So I find it quite comfortable narrow stance, but I'm always stronger wider. So when I'm doing my heavier sets, I tend to stand wider apart, and you'll see Reese is gradually standing wider and wider apart as the weight goes up in his sets, for exactly the same reason, to engage your glutes and hips and all that more in the bottom of the movement. Just means you get way more strength than standing narrow stance. So if you're struggling to get your strength up with squats, or you feel unstable or unbalanced, possibly you're standing too narrow.
If you feel unwell, have a high temperature, a persistent cough, change in your sense of taste or smell, please notify the club manager and go home immediately. Call 111 to notify the NHS and follow government self-isolation instructions. This is for the safety of all our staff and members.
Reese's nose bled straight after that actually, so it shows the amount of effort he put into that set. After that set he did a bit of back off set himself of 140 for as many reps as possible. I think he did like 12. And then we went on to Smith machine front squats, which is one of my favourite and also hated leg exercise at the moment, but it really works well, especially if you do a pre-exhaust or get the good pump in the legs first. So do leg extensions first, I've been doing, or this session we did regular squats first, heavy, then lighter weight front squats for pulse, really just trying to target the quads. And you can see doing the front squats, both Reese and I are standing with way closer foot positioning. Don't really have to worry too much about balance, really focusing on hitting the quads more. And I normally turn my toes out quite a lot doing the Smith machine front squats as well, just to really try and target that quad sweep as much as possible. But this is a great machine. I hate doing front squats with a free bar. I just can't get the balance. I don't feel it in my legs. And especially if you've done heavy back bar squats after switching to front, your abs and back are going to be a bit taxed anyway, so it's great just to go onto a Smith machine where you don't have to worry about the balancing point and just really focus on getting a pump in the quads. So if you're like me and you really don't like free bar front squats, do them in a Smith machine. It's a total game changer, and it doesn't make them any less hard. In fact, if anything, it really helps you focus in and try and isolate your quads, because you're not worrying about your balance, you're not worrying about the bar rolling off your shoulders. And I've just found I've got so much more out of front squats in a Smith machine versus not. So yeah, it's a real good movement for building quads, obviously, and it's something I'd neglected a lot before just because I can't do it with a free bar. But yeah, Smith machine way, really good alternative. If you've not done it before, give it a try. After that, we went on to leg extensions for triple drop sets. I believe Reese only did double drop sets, and I've been focusing much more on quads, or the leg extensions I say. People brought to my attention ages ago, I did a video on Instagram or something, and people pointed out that I wasn't holding the weight at peak contraction for long enough. So since returning to the gym, I've been really working on contracting my quads when I do extensions, even when I'm starting to fail, really focusing on squeezing at the top. Skinny legs. Sorry you can't see any definitions here because my legs are so white, and it's also making them look pathetically small, but believe me, they've added a lot of size since I went back to gym. They atrophied so much. But yeah, that whiteness is just not camera friendly, is it? So about that, I have had some melanotan lying around for ages, and I am going to take it soon because it's just, my skin just doesn't tan, right? I'm just one of these people who am very fair skinned, and when you're fair skinned as well, it just makes you look so much worse with muscle mass because it just looks like a big blob of nothing. So I really need to get that tan in. And then to finish, we went on to some brutal, well, this is the main finishing compound exercise, walking lunges, and it's the last exercise recorded, that's why I said end. After this, we actually did abductor supersets. I always chuck them in either at the end or at the start of a leg workout because my inner thigh and outer thigh really are kind of underdeveloped, so I'm just smashing them every single session. But these lunges were hard. After everything we'd done, we were wobbling all over the place. But walking lunges are such a good finishing exercise, I feel, especially if you take your time with them and do slow down, controlled reps. Don't worry about doing too much weight, just real good finisher. We were supposed to finish on leg press, but we improvised this session because it was just taking the entire time. So instead we went for walking lunges. This workout was more of a quad focused one, so with the front squats, the leg extensions, etc. So walking lunges normally hit the back of your legs quite a lot, but because we'd pre-exhausted so much with quads, this one really felt in the front of the legs. It was proper burning, and oh yeah, the DOMs after this session was great. So it's two exercises I'm definitely going to add in a lot more of, is squats and walking lunges. They are just really good. So you can see I'm going down real slow, trying to control my body weight down. And my legs are even whiter in this clip. It's so bad. It's because the light's shining in from the window. It's actually embarrassing. My legs look whiter than the walls in this shot. What is going on? I mean, yeah, my exposure on my camera is probably too high, but still, fuck me, it's so bad. But yeah, these are brutal. Tip with walking lunges as well, a lot of people struggle to balance with it. So you can see, I'm not walking in a straight line. I'm sort of going off to like striding to the side slightly each step, and from the front this will be obvious as well. So out to one side, then I go out and across to the other. I never go directly forward. It's not really natural to lunge directly forward like that. You sort of go sideways, almost as if you're rollerblading or roller skating, your feet go out, stride outwards, and that way it really helps you have a more balanced base. and also, yeah, it keeps you stable. Another thing you should do is look at a point in the distance and just focus on it. That's a real way to keep balance with walking lunges, especially when you're tired out. It's very easy to lose balance and just fall over. Wow, my legs were so white in that. So you see a little bit of red here, caught a bit of sun on the bank holiday weekend. But I just go red and then I go white again. I mean, it takes me a lot of time in the sun to tan, and every summer I get burnt at least a few times. I'm just sick of it now. So I'm gonna start some tanning stuff soon. So I'll update you guys on that. Hopefully I'll go from white boy to tanned Essex boy. But anyway, thanks for watching. Lots more videos to come, lots more leg stuff. They are improving, and I will catch you all next time.